Order filled.
With a stop above this high. And we can hold this until midnight open. Taking out initial sell side. This would be something we would have to be pretty much patient on. And you say, well, Jeremy, where would we take partials here if we were to take partials in this trade? Uh, I might, I may partial at mid. Mm, I may partial at midnight open. So we may partial at midnight open on this. We don't want to have too much clutter on our screen. So what we was talking about initially earlier with the higher highs, higher lows. So us not getting any candle closure there, and this is how we could become more advanced. Anytime we did not get any candle closure above that level of what we wanted, obviously we got rejected again for the third time. Then we got rejected again for the fourth time. That right there should have been an entry for us to be able to dabble into shorts, right, and take a short position. But obviously, with us being in these shorts of what we wanted now, what did we say? We wanted a candle closure below this level. If we did, this is what we said earlier. If we get candle closure below this level, that's when we were going to engage into shorts. But we went on ahead and saw an opportunity for earlier entry, so we took the early entry, and we're looking for candle closure still below this key level here. And if we get that candle closure there, oh, let me put this back. Hold on. Boom. If we get that candle closure there, pull this out, remove this. If we get that candle closure there at that level, obviously is prime for shorts, and I'm thinking to midnight open. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Patience is everything.
So if you go to a higher time frame, so we're on the 4 hour, and you get that rejection there on this 4 hour candle here, and I'm liking it so far of what it is of what I see. Beautiful. Here we're gonna go ahead and get ready to take a partial here.
Order filled.
Now we finna allow the trade to just run. Beautiful. This is what we want. So this was our area. We did take a partial here. We're gonna go ahead and move our stop. Beautiful trade so far. I'm still loving this to sell side. So that's where we may take final TP right here at sell side. So sell side is at 75.28. So if we crack below midnight open and we take out sell side, that's where my final TP is on sell side. Is at sell side. That's there. But so far, I'm loving the reaction of what we have here and what's going on this trade. I mean, if we were to take this thing a little bit below midnight open at this point, right? But this is beautiful. This is what I like to see here. Uh, we're just gonna continue to be patient on this trade here. Allow the trade to have some breathing room. We're just focused right here, Chad. I'm sorry. Just focused on the trade and the task at hand. Obviously, on our first initial positions of what we took this morning, we were thinking we were going to get a retracement for loans. Obviously, that trade did not plan out for us, but we're liking what we have here. I think I may add to my position here.
Order filled.
I'm still loving this trade so far. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Let's take this below midnight open. That's what I want. If we could take this to midnight open and then come in and sweep sell side, that's a beautiful trade on the day. That's what we want to see. So let's see if we could get some full displacement here. All right. So while the trade is happening and what is taking place right now, so let's go ahead and continue talking about what it was that what we was talking about earlier, right? When I was talking about us wanting to see full candle closure right up here, but we see where we're being getting rejected right here in this block here, right? So if we drop down to our lower time frames, what did we want? We wanted candle closure above here, this level, but we did not get candle closure above that level. Now, prior to us looking for candle closure above this level for us to stay within our long position, what did we do? We already set ourselves up to be able to take shorts. And we said we wanted full displacement below this level for entry. But once we cracked here and kept seeing that, hey, we're getting rejected here and we broke below this fair value gap, it was it was almost beautiful for us to be able to take the entry. And what did we do? We did not be first, right? We waited, we exercised our patience, and then what we saw was an opportunity to be able to enter into shorts above the level of what we actually wanted. And once we had full displacement below that level, then what happened? We added to our position, and once we add to our position, we just continue on with the trade. And we're looking to take this to midnight open to come and take out sell side. That is the whole entire plan for today, and we'll see if the plan pays itself out. But as of right now, we don't want to take partial again until we possibly crack midnight open. If we crack midnight open, I'll take a partial there and then take out the last one on sell side. That might be the goal, be the plan here. But us consolidating right here, I don't like that. But we still gonna allow the trade to have some breathing room. So what we could do here is come to this level here and cut risk a little bit. So we're just gonna exercise some more patience here. And you can see how it's acting perfectly off of this 15-minute fair value gap, right? Well, the 1 hour fair value gap. I'm sorry. So that 1 hour fair value gap prior to 9:30, right? If you go back to it, this is way during early wee hours of the morning. So around 2 o'clock, where we created this fair value gap, getting ready. This was London session, right? So during London session, which came at 3:30, London session created the fair value gap. Going into London creates the fair value gap right on the 1 hour. You see how price reacts to the fair value gap on the 1 hour in London. We go into New York. We get the manipulated move up, right? And what do we see? Power of three that is sitting right here. This is what we always talked about. This is what we want, right? Where we have the accumulation move happen here, the manipulation move happen here at open on New York session, and then we have distribution. So beautiful power of three. And let's just see if we can continue to move on down to our TP. But you can see how it's respecting this fair value gap that's here, right? Like you wick literally right here within the start of that, which is interesting. So once we blow past this and take out this level, I'm very sure that we're able to take this to midnight open. So either way it go, we cut risk on this trade, and right, although we did add to our position again, we did take a partial, right? We took a partial and we added to our position again to be able to go into the next level. So I do not advise you to over leverage yourselves at this point. Just allow the trade to play itself out. Beautiful, beautiful displacement below this level here. This is what we was talking about. All we need is candle closure here. That'll probably be our next partial here, but we'll see, right? We'll just allow the trade to play itself out. Another thing that we talked about also, those of you who are tuning in, like one thing that I like to stress is understanding your key levels. Most people in trading just mark out support and resistance, right? But not having a true understanding of what your support and resistance is. Here's a supply zone, here's a demand zone. Like if you could trade like that, kudos to you. But what is the significance of those levels? What do they stand for? And one thing that we teach here is understanding that our key levels all mean something. What did we say earlier when we first started prior to the market opening? We said we wanted to see what? Our first initial bias was not short. Our first initial bias was we wanted to see a sweep of previous day high. If we get a retracement and we stay above the 50% level or or our golden zone of the 618, if we stay above those levels, then guess what? We'll enter in for loans off of a IO Fed. But if we don't take IO Fed, what do we do? What will be next if we don't take IO Fed? If we don't take IO Fed, then guess what? If we break below uh that displacement, I'm gonna bring this here, chat. If we break below this level of displacement here, that's where we were gonna take shorts. And that's where our bias changed. But we already knew with our levels of where we would be headed within shorts, taking out sell side. And we were looking for what? Midnight open. Those are the things that people miss in trading. And hey, if push come to shove, if I'm really feeling froggy, we had this 15-minute discount zone that's here where we could leave a runner to come down and take liquidity here after a sweep on sell side. I mean, if it takes out sell side and it has like, and I mean, and if it's moving, I may leave a runner, just one, to enter into that discount zone and sweep this liquidity that's sitting there. But we'll see. We'll see. You plan to trade, trade the plan. If the plan doesn't work, then you have to have a backup plan if your bias is to change. Okay? So let's see what happens here. We see the reaction off of this. It's the reaction off of this level here. And we're on the 15-minute looking at this, right? So if we look at it on the 5-minute, you can see once we enter in here, we didn't invert this all the way. So let's just see. If we get wicked out, obviously we'll get wicked out in a winning position. But I'm cool with that. I'm still looking for us to be able to invert this fair value gap and take this out and continue on to midnight open. That's what we want. So we're just gonna be patient, be patient, be patient. Patience is key. Patience is key. And we still, and if you take a look at this gap, one of the main things that keeps me interested within this trade is the fact that we haven't taken out 50% of it yet, right? Like, I'm looking for 50% of that fair value gap to be disrupted, in my opinion. Because if I go to a higher time frame, let's go to the 1 hour. If I look at it on the 1 hour, right, I can somewhat possibly see that, right? Somewhat possibly see that. But we have about 10 minutes until this candle closes. And does this candle just go ahead and continue to just push itself all the way down within this? Or do we get a close a little bit above this FVG and we create a new candle closure? I mean, a new candle that starts to open low and then possibly close high, but it opened low enough to be able to sweep sell side. So within these next 10 minutes, that's what's going to tell the story with this hourly candle here. So once this candle closes and we open up a new candle on a 1 hour chart, does that new candle go low, open low, and then close high? And that's something that we could be looking for to happen if um this candle doesn't close on us fully with where we want it to. Okay. So it's very important that you understand when you're trading to sometimes take a look at your higher time frames. Don't just stay on one time frame. Take a look at your higher time frames because your higher time frames also tell the story, right? When we started this morning, what do we look for? We already knew we had new week opening gap right here in this purple shade, right? So last night at the new week when market opened, we created this new week opening gap here, right? Price took out new week opening gap, continued higher to sweep previous day high. Now you're getting a retracement of previous day high back to midnight open, closing below the new week opening gap, and we just continue to trade lower. Beautiful move here. Let's drop down to the lower time frame. Look at there. That is beautiful. Let's just go ahead and come and take out sell side. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. So we wick there into this position at 50%. So this is something that we may have a little bit of concern. We have about 3 minutes until this candle closes here. About 7 minutes on our 1 hour. 8 minutes on the 1 hour, close to 7. So let's just see. Let's be patient and see. But this is definitely W's in the chat. We need W's in the chat for this. If you're not subscribed, this is how you better subscribe to a winning channel that actually wins trades, right? Here at New Level Academy, this is what we do. So look at the reaction of what's happening off this 1 hour. What did I say? So we're 50% into this fair value gap here. And you see buyers are trying to step in. Look at that entry point on the 1 minute. That's sick. That's sick. So let's be patient. We're getting close to midnight open. So what we're gonna do at midnight open, we're probably gonna take a partial there and take off 50% of our position. So and then our final will be at sell side. We'll leave that runner. We'll leave a runner for our 15-minute discount zone. That's what I'm thinking. So hopefully we could get here to midnight open. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Beautiful move. Here we go, approaching midnight open. Getting ready to take out midnight open. Did we not call this shot? Did we not call this?
Order filled.
Did we not call this? Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and sweep sell side. If we sweep sell side, we'll go ahead and close our position here fully. Beautiful. Let's see if we sweep sell side. If we see sweep sell side, then we'll go ahead and close. I do want to leave this runner though for 15-minute discount. This that discount zone. I know we're not going to take out previous day low, but darn it if we do. But look at that push to sell side. Oh man, look at there. All right, we're out.
Order filled.
We out. W's in the chat, man. Another beautiful trade. And we did it live. We called every single thing and told you all what was going to happen from the T. This is how we do it every day. We approach the markets. We trade the plan the trade. If our bias was to ever shift and change, you go with the narrative. You exercise patience. And this is how you be successful in trading. Some people want it fast, but the hardest trades are the best trades, right? The hardest trades are the best trades. So, thank you guys for tuning in for another lovely day. I'm going to go ahead and be out.